What's up, everybody? Kevin Van Voris here. It's about 8:30. We're at Van Voris Performance, my gym. Today is 39 days to go till Michael Husted's Pro Combine in Alabama. Today's a little different. So instead of me showing you guys what I normally do throughout the day, which is almost the same thing every day, I'm gonna do something a little different. So I had one of my friends on Facebook who's a kicker. He's in high school trying to make the transition from high school to college. And he asked me a really good question that I thought a lot of people might be able to benefit from, or at least kind of get my opinion on it. So he said, let me get the question. Have you ever had doubt in your ability or question why you do what you do? For me, I kind of gave him a little, like, a short answer, but because I was like, well, I'll just make a video about it. So, and he's still messaging me. That's why I keep looking at my phone. Anyways, so have I ever doubted my ability as far as kicking goes? Very rarely. There's only a few times that I doubted myself, and I tell people you really can't doubt yourself if you are trying to accomplish whatever it is. If you have doubt in your mind, subconsciously, it's gonna affect you. For example, let's say you have a huge test, maybe a final for school coming up, and you're like, there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna pass this thing no matter how much I study, and you keep telling yourself that. You keep saying, dude, I'm gonna fail this test, I'm gonna fail this test. You might know all the material. You might have studied for hours and hours and hours, but you'll still fail that test because subconsciously you've already lost. You know, you've already told yourself you're gonna fail. Another good example is I have clients who I would say the scariest lift for most people would be the deadlift. I'm not sure why, because for me I think squatting is scary, but I would say most of my clients, the scariest lift for them would be the deadlift. And you psych yourself out, or my clients will psych themselves out before they even lift. And me being, the coach or trainer that I am, I personally know that they can lift it. I would never tell my client to do a certain lift to try and injure themselves if I didn't think they could do it. So me full knowingly that they can lift this amount of weight, whether that they have done it before or not, they will psych themselves out because they've already told themselves they're not going to do it, or it's so heavy that they don't know how in the hell they're going to lift it, not knowing that everything that we've done in the past has built them up to be able to lift that weight, and it'd be very easy. So for me, no, I don't have doubt. Very, very rarely. And I'll tell you the couple of occasions where in my kicking career as of late that I've kind of doubted myself, or doubted my ability, not myself, because those are two different things. So the first time would be when I really thought after my senior year, during the draft, after the draft, that I was going to get picked up. I swear that I thought I was going to get picked up, at least for a tryout. I felt like I built up all this steam and I did everything that I could have, that I should have gotten picked up. So afterwards, I was just kind of like, man, did I do something wrong? Am I not that good enough? But it was a very short amount of time. I kind of had my day, it probably wasn't a day, it's probably about a week. I gave myself about a week to kind of, pity and bitch and complain about it. But I know I'm good enough. I know I am good enough to play in the NFL. And I can't let myself doubt myself, no matter what the odds are, whether it's 1 in a million, 1 in a billion, whatever. I can't let doubt get in my brain. If you do that, you've already lost. So that would be the first time I kind of doubted myself. But in reality, it wasn't necessarily my fault. I had a shitty, excuse my language, but a shitty agent who went out of town during the draft. So even if teams were going to call him, he couldn't get phone calls because he wasn't even in the United States. He was like on a vacation. The second time I kind of doubted my ability was after Coach Zahner's free agent combine. Now, I won the damn thing. People who've won it before have gotten tryouts. I talked to Brandon Bogate, who won, I think in 2013, and he got a tryout with the Browns, and he actually kicked with the Browns, and the only reason he stopped kicking was because he injured his groin and got hurt. So obviously they had to put him on, injured reserve, and then they got rid of him. So that, after I won the camp, I kick a 63-yard field goal. I mean, I just straight up bossed it. I killed the field goal competition. And I was kind of doubting, after I talked to some NFL teams, I was like, this is it, man. Hell yeah, this is my chance. I'm going to get a tryout. And then I don't get a tryout. And for a little bit there, I was just kind of like, what else do I have to do type of thing. I'd sit in bed at night pretending to go to sleep. And, my girlfriend would be asleep, and I'd just sit there, and I'd be like, I don't know what I have to do to get these teams' attention. Am I not good enough? Is it something that I'm doing? Is it my tattoos? Is it, that I was wearing a hat? Am I not good enough? I did question I did question myself there for a little bit. And I think when you're so good at something, because I know for a fact that if I get in the NFL, I will be one of the greatest kickers to ever play. But I have to get there first. And it's hard knowing that and then kicking in front of teams and nobody pick you up. Now, you could argue, well, there wasn't really that many spots last year, which was true. And then you could also argue not that many people from Coach Zahner's camp this year actually got tryouts. It was like the least that he's ever had. But at the same time, I won the damn thing. So is it that I'm not good enough? No. So for me, I did doubt myself a little bit. But you should use, how am I trying to say this? You should use, like for me, they didn't pick me up this year. Could I be on somebody's list? I should be. I mean, my new agent is telling me that. But for me, until somebody calls me or sends me a contract, I don't believe shit anymore. Because I've had 2 bad agents. So I'm on my 3rd one. And I've been out of school for 2 years. So for me, you need to use you need to be motivated by the fact that some people might not believe in you. Or even if I'm on a team's list, I have to train as if I'm not. I have to say, you know what? Fuck this, okay? I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what school I came from. I'm going to outwork everybody. And I'm going to use that not getting a phone call, not getting a contract, not getting a tryout, not getting anything as motivation for the following year. And that's what I've been doing this year. I've been balancing everything. It's been very, very hard. Don't get me wrong, but there's no doubt in my mind this year. There is none. I'm telling you, man. I'm going into this tryout in 39 days, knowing that I'm gonna boss it up. I'm gonna straight beast. And I'm gonna show out, and I'm gonna make sure that when teams see me kick, they cannot say no. They have to, I don't know where this kid's from. We need to get him on a tryout. That's what I want them to say. Like, who the hell is this kid? Or they might say, yeah, this is a kid from Coach Zahner's last year. Let's see if he can repeat what he did last year. So, that's the type of motivation that you need to have. Don't have doubt. If you have doubt in here, you will already have lost. Okay? I'll give you another example. Besides football. Something that I actually was successful at, because I haven't been successful at getting into the NFL yet. So let me give you an example of me being successful at being positive and not having doubt. So when I competed for men's physique, and I'll show you. There's my picture. Yeah, it's hard to believe that's me without the beard. But when I competed for men's physique, okay, it was something I've never done before. I mean, I've coached people for it. I mean, I've done that type of stuff. But I personally have never competed. I personally have never been even close to that lean. There was not one day that I woke up and said, man, I just don't know. Every time I hit my macros, every time I did my cardio, every time I lifted, I went into it with the mentality, I'm going to win. I'm going to get first place. I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. I told myself that thousands of times. I'm not even kidding. Thousands of times. I'd picture myself winning the trophy. Picture myself winning the trophy. Picture myself winning the trophy. Winning. And then I ended up winning. Now, obviously, with men's physique and bodybuilding and stuff like that, there are other factors. But the fact of the matter is, I did that. You have to be positive. You have to tell yourself, no matter what the odds are, no matter how many people doubt you, no matter how many people are with you, you have to tell yourself that it is possible. Because at some point, everybody has had some type of odds against them, right? Everybody started out playing football in high school. It's not like they just automatically went to the NFL. You have to realize that those people in the NFL were in the same position most likely as you at one point in their life, right? Now, yeah, you have some people who obviously go right to the NFL immediately. But you have other people, and there's plenty of guys on there. I even know some guys. It didn't work the first year. It didn't work the second year. You know, it takes multiple years to be successful at something. So just because you fail the first time, or the second time, or the 100th time, don't just sit there and feel sorry for yourself, but never have doubt. Don't try something and doubt yourself, because you've already lost. So just keep that doubt shit out, okay? Get it out. It's like with me, I had a friend who, we were very best friends. I've known him forever, since I was like 10 probably. And when I was training in California, he just had so much negative energy around him that it was starting to impact me. So I said, dude, I have to cut this off. Like, we've been really good friends, but until you get your shit together, I can't be around you, you know? And then I will be like that. I will cut somebody off now if I feel that they are going to affect me negatively. So I only want positive stuff in my life. I don't need negative shit. No, I got enough stuff going on. I don't need negative stuff in my life. So surround yourself with people who are going to make you better. And if there is nobody in your circle that's going to make you better, then just be by your damn self. You don't need anybody, okay? All you need is yourself. You need to be able to look at yourself in the mirror, right, and say, I have done everything that I can to achieve this goal. If I fail, it's okay, because at the end of the day, I know that I tried my best, and I will try again. It's like for me, when January 22nd comes and I fly to Alabama, the work has already been done, right? I mean, there's nothing else I can do. It's time to show up, shut up, and let my work do the talking, right? Because right now, I'm talking, I'm training, I'm doing all that. It's the build-up, right? But once the 22nd comes, I have to kick the 23rd and the 24th to qualify, and then I qualify and I kick on the 27th, that's it. There's no more talking. You know what I mean? It's all about showing what you've been doing, what I've been doing for the past, it'll be 10 months basically. So, and I haven't really taken any time off from kicking. I've kind of just continued to kick. So, just remember, anything is possible. it doesn't matter how extreme something seems, you know. I think Thomas Edison failed like 1,100 times, something retarded, before he was successful. I think it was Thomas Edison, you know, and that's an extreme case, you know what I mean? But just realize, everybody has failed. Michael Jordan got cut from his basketball team. You think he just said, well, screw it? No, he went out and practiced more. There's thousands of examples that I could use. So don't think that anything is impossible. Don't think your situation is so bad, because at the end of the day, somebody has it much worse than you, and somebody has it much worse than you will ever think that you have it. So no matter what your situation is, just know that you can do anything that you want. You have to be mentally strong, and obviously you have to be physically strong, and you have to put the work in. You have to have those three components. If you don't do those three things, you're not going to be successful. And the first one is being mentally strong and setting some goals. So, yeah, I hope this video helps somebody out there, you know, because I'm going to try until I succeed, you know. And for me, succeeding, it's not necessarily even playing in the NFL. It's just getting a tryout, because I know once I get a tryout or a camp invite or whatever, that's my time to shine. I just have to get in the door. You know, I have to get my foot in the door. Right now the door is closed, and I'm putting my foot on the door and I'm pulling the damn door. I just need that door to open up that much. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just enough for me to nudge my foot in, and then I'm gonna rip that bitch open. Okay? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This will be the video for 39 days to go. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. If you think somebody will benefit from this video, please share it. Let them know. I'm going to stop babbling. I got some work to do myself. So I will see you guys tomorrow for 38 days to go. Let's get it. Grind or die.